The Chimera Ant King takes things to a disturbing new level in my review of Hunter x Hunter episode 105. So when's the last time you remember just hanging out with your buddy one day, chilling, playing some checkers, when suddenly the match got really intense, and then suddenly your best friend ripped their fucking arm off? That was pretty much this episode. My first reaction when I saw the Chimera Ant King rip his own arm off in the middle of this Gungi match was, oh, he's based off Cell and Frieza. He's totally going to be able to regrow his arm back. No, that's not the case. That was a really freaky scene in this episode, but it was definitely one of the more memorable parts of this episode, because most of this one was all set up, especially towards the end. You get to see that Morel and Nove are getting ready to storm the palace and take on the Chimera Ant King and all of his royal guards, which are royally pissed off. The Chimera Ant King is proving that he's definitely one of the most ruthless villains that I've ever seen in anime history. He's really disturbing the way he treats everyone. And even his royal guards, like that one dude, the butterfly guy, Poof, Shia Poof, whatever his name is, you know, he's clearly very loyal to the king, but the Chimera Ant King doesn't, like, recognize any of this at all. One of the most tense scenes of the episode, obviously I already mentioned, involved the scene where the Chimera Ant King put up this wager in the middle of their match, where he said if she wins, she'll be able to make any wish, and if he wins, he'll take her left arm. And eventually this doesn't work because he gets all paranoid about all of this, thinking that maybe she would wish for his life to be taken. And it gets really misconstrued, and he just suddenly decides to rip his own arm off. And that's when the butterfly guy runs over and he tries to help him out and he patches up his arm. But he still ends up getting bit-slapped and almost killed outright. And that's when Neferpito comes in and she's able to save the day with Dr. Blythe. Do you know who Dr. Blythe is? Well, you will in this episode. It's nightmare fuel is what it is. You know what? It actually kind of reminds me of the guy from Bleach, Mayuri Kuratsuchi. It kind of reminds me of his Bankai, the way it looks like this sort of just giant, like, bloated baby-looking thing. And it has these, like, weird, like, things coming out of its body, and it's, like, treating the Chimera Ant King and trying to fix him. It's definitely one of the weirdest parts of the entire episode. In the final bit of the episode, you get to see the character Nove is trying to find a way to get into the Chimera Ant King's palace. And what's great about this scene is you get to see, like, how stealthy he is. But there's something very funny about this to me. Like, when he immediately starts to run in, he grabs, like, all of these, like, leaves and stuff and puts it all over his body, and he creates this, like, sort of, like, ghillie suit, but it only covers a little bit of him, and I know that the, like, palace doesn't have, like, a lot of guards, and there aren't a lot of people watching, and because Neferpito is, like, treating the Chimera Ant King, she isn't able to use, like, her weird abilities to sense everybody, but still, how do you not notice the bush in a tuxedo running around? The scene itself is really entertaining, and it is also really tense, and it's getting ready to set up this really huge battle, which is going to be insane. And something that I find really odd about the last couple episodes of Hunter x Hunter is, where's Gon? Where's Killua? I wonder what they're up to. And, you know, this is again just a testament to show how good the side characters of the series are, that Gon and Killua don't even need to make a single appearance. That's how good these characters are. So all in all, this was a pretty good episode of Hunter x Hunter. However, there were some parts that I felt were a little slow. In particular, the stuff that was at the very end with Nove. And there was also some other stuff that I didn't really quite understand. And that's just because there's a lot of new information that was given to us in this episode. There's this one guy that the Chimera Ant King is, like, keeping captive, who's, like, running, like, the entire bureaucracy of, like, the nation that he's basically taking control of. And there's going to be, like, a whole other subplot that involves the character of Palm, who was that one creepy bitch who was introduced a good couple episodes ago. And if you don't remember, that was the one, that was that girl that Gon went on a date with, and she looked pretty cool on the date, but for the most part, she is really creepy looking. She looks pretty normal now, but I can't wait to see what she's up to. Obviously, she's probably trying to figure out how to stop the Chimera Ant King. So like I said, pretty good, a little slow at the end, so I'm just going to give this one a 9 out of 10. If you are following this series, make sure and check this one out. It's got some pretty cool moments, and it's moving the story slowly, and you get to see how messed up the Chimera Ant King really is. So you guys know that I really like this episode of Hunter x Hunter, but what about you guys? You can let me know what you thought about it with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, hit the like button, give this video a thumbs up, it helps us out so much. And by the way, check out some of the other videos that we got floating around up top. I will see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.